Hello, my beautiful magical beings. It is Dragon715 here, and today, guys, we are going to be starting Werewolf Bakugou X Listener. The title is Puppy Love, and the script is by me. And let's get into it, shall we? For starters, you hated dogs. Just something about them was weird. Maybe the fact that they shed so much, or the fact that, well, their slobber was pretty gross, or maybe it was the fact that you didn't like the way they smelled when they were wet. But nonetheless, you hated dogs. But little did you know, there would one day be a dog that would teach you puppy love. You and some of your UA friends were at a party at one of the students' houses. You loved your friends to death, but weren't very fond of parties. So you opted to just following them around for a time. But they were drunk as heck, and at that point, the music and the lights were giving you a migraine. So you left the house looking for Momo Yayarozo. She was the designated driver for you and your friends, even though you could have done it too, since you don't drink. You found her outside talking to Mina Ashido. "Hey, Momo," you said, walking up to them. "Hey, listener, where are you going?" She said. "I'm going home," you said, shrugging. "I mean, I can walk from here, right?" It was true. Your house was just a block away. "Okay, be safe," Momo said, watching you wave goodbye, and you began to walk toward your house. About 5 to 10 minutes later, you had the strangest feeling that you were being followed. You quickened your pace, looking over your shoulder to make sure that you actually weren't being followed, when you were overcome by the smell of dog. Wet dog. You wrinkled your nose in disgust and turned around, only to see a large dog trotting towards you, its fur dripping wet. "Oh, great," you muttered. But as you were watching the dog, something was wrong. It was changing shape, getting taller. "What the?" you thought as you stared at it. Before you could process any of this, though, there was suddenly what looked to be a teenage boy walking towards you. You backed up quickly until you felt the cold metal of the streetlight against your own back. You were frozen in shock. As the boy came into the light, you recognized him. Spiky, dusty blonde hair, red eyes. The kid standing in front of you was Katsuki Bakugou. It looked exactly like him. Well, except for the ears. He had a large pair of wolf ears that sat atop his head. They were the exact same shade of his hair. "Don't run. I'm not going to hurt you," he said, getting closer. "What do you want?" you stuttered. But he didn't answer. He slammed his hand on the street lamp behind your head. "You're a listener from high school, right?" he said, his mouth curling into a devilish grin. You nodded slowly. What did this mutt want with you? "You know, I'm thinking I'm going to enjoy our little friendship," he said, leaning in, and he kissed you on the cheek. You recoiled in disgust. "Get away from me, you flea-bitten whatever you are," you said, shoving him in front of you. Bakugou backed up, taken aback. And while he was distracted, you sprinted toward your house, not stopping until you got inside. You slammed the door shut and locked it and stared out the window, thinking you had been followed, but you weren't. What had just happened? Bakugou was a werewolf? What the heck? But you didn't want to think about that. You went to bed, hoping and praying that you never saw him again. But you would, and a lot sooner than you thought. And guys, that is it for this series. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. And you know what? Have a good day. Goodbye!